Name is David. I'm a KOK-PLAY Frontier from the Genesis Group. I just want to show you guys some KOK-PLAY news. Now, if you go on Facebook and you go to the KOK-PLAY global community, this is by Big Brother Terry Yu. He was kind enough to upload the link or post a link to KOK-PLAY. And I highly recommend you join KOK-PLAY Global, okay? Or KOK-PLAY the global community and check out, press the link and then you'll see a special on KOK-PLAY by KBS. Now, my Korean isn't all that good. It really isn't. And so I didn't really understand a lot of it, but it kind of, at the end, it just kind of seemed like it was neutral. And they're just saying that there's not a whole lot of regulations. And, it was kind of just like a neutral piece on KOK-PLAY. Uh, you might have one guy saying the way the system is kind of set up is, suspect. But then you had Mr. Cho, the CEO. You had Medium. You had um another big Frontier. It wasn't Lady KOK-PLAY, but I know the guy because I've seen his videos before, and I haven't used one of the contents on his video on a channel on a video I uploaded. And so, and Mr. Cho seemed legit in my opinion. So now, first, remember, I'm not your financial advisor. I'm not telling you what to do. I am telling you what I'm doing, and I'm going to give you some reasons why. All right, and here they, the KBS did mention the system of the Frontier system of getting people to sign up on the platform, and they put in, they stake in $300 worth of whatever currency, whether it's USDT, Bitcoin, Ethereum, or KOK-PLAY coins, KOK coins, to stake in, and then you get a percentage out of that. And then if you bring in more people in, like 5 people, then you're a certain level, and those out of the 5, whatever, maybe was it like 3 or whatever, they bring in people and you reach another level. And so they said they brought up another guy who they interviewed, and he says, normally that in Korea they call it tarenge, and so he's saying it's kind of like it's a scam system, is what I think he said in Korean, and because he's calling it a pyramid scheme, and now there are a lot of pyramid schemes like that. However, the difference that I see in KOK-PLAY and others, and why I still continue to stake in KOK-PLAY, is because if you look at pyramid schemes, they're not really producing a product. They're just selling a dream, and there's no intrinsic value to what they're doing. Now, if you look at KOK-PLAY, the platform, or K Stadium, which I'm still struggling with, which, I hope they hurry up and fix some issues for people to sign up. But if you look at KOK-PLAY, the platform, once they have contents, all right, they have a store. And so there are utility cases. What do you do with KOK-PLAY coins on the platform? You use the coins to buy, a monthly pass to watch contents on the platform. Also, you can use the coins to buy products on the platform. Okay, and they are still working. They're making MOUs with, like a bank in Busan, or other MOUs. The shopping network center, home shopping center in Indonesia, where they're trying to bring in more utility cases, more use cases for KOK coins, where you can use KOK coins to make purchases outside the platform. And so the fact that you are able to use KOK coins as a currency, as a medium of exchange, to purchase products and services gives it real, actual intrinsic value, right? Why is the US dollar, the euro, the Korean won, the Japanese yen, the Chinese yuan, or renminbi, why does it actually have intrinsic value? Because it's an actual medium of exchange that you can use to buy and services or purchase products, right? And so that's something that Coke coins allow you to do. Okay? And remember, KOK-Coin is on its own ecosystem. The platform is its own ecosystem. And what you have to understand about ecosystem is a place where you can use the currency. So you can't use Ethereum to purchase products and services on KOK-Coin. And you can use KOK-Coins to pay gas fees and whatever's on the Ethereum network, the Ethereum ecosystem. Same. So Ethereum is its own ecosystem, right? You can't use the Korean won, US dollars, or euros, or Japanese yen to make your own coin or whatever, or yeah, your own your coins or anything you want to do on the Ethereum network, on the Ethereum ecosystem. You have to transfer it, change it into Ethereum currency in order to, purchase services, buy services on the Ethereum network. So imagine if Ethereum is its own country, is producing a product, you can only use Ethereum currency, right? So Ethereum has an actual value on its ecosystem. Same. Okay, and that's why people buy Ethereum. There's an actual use case for it because it's producing something. It's the same thing with KOK-PLAY in the KOK-PLAY ecosystem, right? You buy US dollars, especially when you're in America, because that's the medium of exchange that is used in that US ecosystem. Same with KOK-PLAY. There's an actual ecosystem. It's the Coke platform. It's the Coke Stadium, where you actually need Coke coins to purchase and buy products on the KOK-PLAY ecosystem. It gives it real value to that ecosystem. It's like Russia right now. What does the Russian government says? You can't purchase our oil in dollars. You have to use the ruble. And so the value of the ruble has actually gone up after the invasion because you have countries like India, you still have countries in Europe, even in America, they are buying Russian oil. But Russia is saying, I want rubles in my Russian ecosystem. And that's why the ruble still is stronger than before, because they actually need the product from the country in order to sustain their energy. So I hope you guys are understanding that. Coins have an actual use case on the platform. And now the platform, there's services and products that you can buy. And, some of those services like the videos or comic books, like here, the cartoons, whatever you want to call these comics, you can only get it, I think, maybe some, I don't know, or games, you can only get it through the KOK-PLAY ecosystem. You can't get it anywhere else, right? And so you need Coke coins in order to purchase these products and services. Now, what I really like about KOK-PLAY in terms of their goal was to make it so we who are members of the Coke family who have, joined and staked in will be able to produce on the platform, right? KOK-PLAY wanted to tackle YouTube, wanted to go up against Google, right? So we can produce contents, products, right? What's the point of the metaverse? The metaverse is so, and you know, these projects will take a while. It's not like it's gonna happen overnight. But when you have a metaverse, what's the big deal about the metaverse? Is so people can hold meetings in the metaverse. So people can, you know, sell products, produce products and services on the metaverse, right? And where you can have real estate in the metaverse, and the product will be, you know, furniture or Coke paintings or Coke NFT, something, and then you will sell it on the metaverse. But you can only purchase the products through Coke coins, right? And you know, you can have meetings, and maybe certain meeting rooms, somebody will create special meeting rooms that they have special functions. And so if you want to hold a meeting in that meeting room to utilize those special functions, you would have to pay in Coke coins, right? So that allows people to produce products, to produce things, services on the metaverse, and people will have to use Coke coins to purchase the services and products on the metaverse. You know, and so that's why I really have strong a big vision to the growth of KuCoin, because the goal is to allow people to produce contents, to produce products, to produce services, and all of that on that ecosystem will have to use coins. And as you have more products, more services, more, you know, whatever goods, contents on the platform, and you see that the ecosystem is running well, more people will want to join the ecosystem, because they see what a possibility for them to grow and make a earning or a living, or just to enjoy what's in the ecosystem, to have fun. And that's how that works. That's the same thing as any other country. That's why it's called a currency. You're using the currency on the ecosystem. That's what an ecosystem is. And so all of that takes time, but you don't see that in um that many avenues of, like, these other platforms don't, they're not trying to allow, like, they're not trying to work all these different methods to allow people to make contents and all of that, or produce services or products like KOK-PLAY. And that's why I have more hopes on KOK-PLAY than these other platforms. So I hope you guys understand that. That's what brings intrinsic value to the currency, as long as a platform, you know, continues to work on expanding the products and services, and allowing people to create products and services on the platform as time goes on. Okay, while they're making MOUs with banks and other businesses, where you're going to have utility cases, use cases of the currency on outside the platform. Okay, so that's what you guys need to understand. Now, the whole, and I mentioned this before, and remember, I'm not your financial advisor. I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm telling you what I'm doing, and I'm giving you explanations why. The whole frontier system is because, one, KuCoin really don't need us, don't need me, don't need you to bring people in. If they really wanted to, they just have to pay big advertisers like YouTube and Google and all these other big advertisers who they're trying to compete with, which defies the purpose of paying them, uh, to just bring in a bunch of people to sign up. That's all they really have to do. But instead of spending that amount of money to all these different advertisers, they're actually giving us, the people, the chance where they're paying us to bring people in to sign up. Do you understand? That's how that works. So, you know, even if you look at what is it like? I think in Korea they call it Atomy. Um, dang, I forgot the big one in America, but they have these like stores where you sign up, you purchase stuff from the store, you get points if you bring in other people and they buy underneath you and they buy stuff from the store, they get points, but also you get points because you brought them in, right? But like they work because they're actually selling a product, a real product. And then instead of like these stores like Atomy or whatever paying advertisers, they're actually paying you, the shopper, the advertisement fees for bringing in other shoppers. And that's all that KOK-PLAY is doing, because KOK-PLAY has the actual, the physical store, but online and actual contents and products and everything else that they're trying to build on the platform for users to start producing, right? At least that's how I understood it from the beginning, anyway. Sorry about that. Hold this. Okay. So you're getting paid. Instead of them paying these big companies, they're giving average people the opportunity to get paid for bringing people in. That's just how I look at it. All right. Now, I know a lot of people are complaining about the price drop in KOK-PLAY. Okay, but once again, you guys are not understanding well, most people don't. And this is a really big thing. I hope you guys really pay close attention to what I'm saying. These are ecosystems. In other words, in this ecosystem, you're using a currency, right? So South Korea is an ecosystem. The euro is the ecosystem for all of Europe, right? The dollar is the ecosystem in the United States. The yen, the renminbi for China. These countries have their currency, and their country is the ecosystem. Now, right now, if you look at the DXY, the dollar is whooping all the currencies' asses, excuse my language, except the renminbi. Not the renminbi. The renminbi, the Chinese yuan, is catching a butt whooping too, but on the ruble, the Russian ruble. Because Russia is forcing people to buy their oil in their currencies, what they're trying to do. Now, if you're a South Korean citizen, or you're from Europe or Japan or whatever, you don't go to your bank and tell them and demand higher interest rates because the currency is falling, is going down to the US dollar. Right? The bank would just give you, okay? Imagine like this. Let's say if 1,000 Korean won equaled $1, and then you put, Korean won into Korean bank, and you're expecting whatever interest you get out of it. And then the Korean won is falling against the dollar, and so now you go, it takes, 1,250 Korean won to get $1. Well, you're not going to go to the Korean bank and tell the bank you want more on your interest of what you put in the bank because the Korean won is falling on the dollar. The bank's going to laugh at you. What are you talking about? You're in the nation's ecosystem, is set to the ecosystem. Right? The country, the nation, everything will set the value of its currency to its ecosystem. Right? If it took $1 to buy a euro, and then the dollar falls, even though right now it's climbing, it's doing, compared to other currencies, it's doing well, not compared to products, okay? Because inflation, you can tell by inflation, America's falling in purchasing power, but is stronger, doing better compared to other currencies. But in this case, let's say, because if you live in America, let's say it costs $1 to buy 1 euro. And so you put your dollars in a bank to get your interest. And then later the dollar falls where it takes $2 to buy a euro. Well, you can't go to a US bank and say, I want more on my interest because now it costs $2 to buy a euro. The dollar is falling. The bank will laugh at you. You keep it up, they'll throw you in jail legally, right? Same thing. Ethereum, Bitcoin, these other cryptos, because it's pegged to the ecosystem. Okay? They can't just go, if Ethereum had a similar system as KOK-PLAY, the Ethereum stakeholders can't go to Ethereum and ask for more on their percentage. No, because it's stuck to the ecosystem. Like a dollar is stuck to the bank. The government sets the standard of the dollar. It doesn't matter if it's falling to other currencies. That's how KOK-PLAY is. It is its own ecosystem. It has its own governance, right? It has, Mr. Cho and everyone else in the executive side, right? And so, yes, KOK-PLAY has the currency has fallen and compared to other currencies, okay, because of, you have people dumping and pumping. But just because it's falling to other currencies does not mean you can just go and ask for more on percentage back on the to KOK-PLAY just because the currency had fallen against other currencies. That's not how that works, because you can't do that with a dollar or the won or the yen or anything else. Because KOK-PLAY is pegged that the currency is stuck to the ecosystem. And that's why even though KOK coins, the value went down to other currencies like the US dollar, when it comes to the purchasing power within the platform, is still relatively the same, which is better in terms of how they're holding it down. Because if you look at the freaking US dollar or the Korean won, inflation's killing you. Not only, unless you're a dollar, not only is inflation, your currency purchasing power has went down to the dollar, but when you buy stuff at the store, your gas prices, all of that's still gone up. You don't have that with KOK-PLAY. But yes, KOK-PLAY, the currency did go down from the $7 at its peak. But just like, any other country, you can't just go to the bank and ask for more on your interest rate because the currency is falling against other currencies. That's not how that works. You understand? That's same thing with KOK-PLAY. That's what you guys need to understand. All right? And so keep that in mind. If you can't grasp that, not only like you're not mentally ready to be in KOK-PLAY ecosystem, but any cryptocurrency ecosystem, because you don't concept what that is. So I'm trying to teach you guys that. Another thing is, I think in the video, like, Mr. Cho was talking about how he uses the money to improve, or as leverage. Actually, I think he uses it as leverage, the KOK coins and everything, to improve and upgrade the platform and whatever he thinks is necessary, which is good. But another thing, that's why staking is good. Yes, in life, when you spend money, you are helping businesses because you're spending money. But also, it's good to save money in the bank. Okay? Because if you learn anything about the banking system and business, you're actually also doing a lot of people a favor when you save money in a bank. Because it's the money that you save in a bank, that's the money that banks use to give out loans for people to buy houses, for businesses to get, or corporations to get loans to make or produce new products, to do research and development to make better products or new products that change the whole market or economy, right? If you don't save any money in the bank, then there's really no money for people to get from the bank to buy a home, to start a new business, or to get a loan to do research and development to produce something greater or brand new, right? So you're actually helping people achieve their dreams and goals of possibly owning a home, starting a business, or starting new, producing something new or better, greater, or whatever the case is. All of that comes from the money you put in the bank, because the bank will use that money to give out loans at an interest. And when the bank receives the interest, you get a piece of that interest, right? That's how that works. Okay? So yes, spending money is good. I'm not saying it's bad, but also putting money in the bank is good because you're giving other people the opportunities to own a home, to start a business, or produce new products, or yeah, upgrade products, whatever the case is that banks loan out money for, because they're loaning out the money you put in the bank, right? And so that's why it is also a good duty to put some money in the bank, because even if you're not going to use it, once you do get a bit of interest in it, but you're also giving other people the opportunity to live out their dreams, to get a loan, to go and chase their dreams of being a homeowner, or business owner or something. Okay, now, so you see the importance of putting money in a bank. Well, imagine that's what staking is, in my opinion, for Mr. Cho and the executives of KOK-PLAY. Because when you're staking, yes, you get, interest rate. Just like if you put money in a bank, you get interest rate from the bank for the money you put in. When you're staking, you're getting an interest on the staking, but it's that money that, I think Mr. Cho, what he's doing, he's using it as leverage to get loans where he sees fit to upgrade KOK-PLAY platform. Now, one thing I like about KSTD and more is a down up system where we get to vote where we want the improvements on the platform, and therefore Mr. Cho will use the investment pool, use that as leverage to get money to invest in where we want it, not where the executive sees fit. Even though Mr. Cho, I really do believe he does listen. He does listen, and he does it, and he listens. So he's not like some dictator, in my opinion. Okay, but do you guys understand? That's why staking is important. Okay, to the ecosystem. Remember, I'm not your financial advisor. I'm not telling you to go do something. I am telling you why I'm doing it. Okay, and I'm giving you guys reasons for this. All right. And so that's how the ecosystem works. That's why staking with the banking is good. That's why, you can't just ask KOK-PLAY for more money because the currency went down. Well, if you live outside the US right now, go to your bank and ask for more money for the money you put in the bank, more interest. They're going to laugh at you. That's not how it works. This is an ecosystem. You're stuck to it. So, I'm just trying to explain it because I can tell by some of the comments on my videos, you guys don't understand what you got yourself into, but you don't even understand the world you're living in. But I'm explaining to you guys now. That's real life. Okay. So, yeah. And I know sometimes I might sound a little bit mean or rude, but look, sometimes when I'm schooling people, it's just the way it is, because maybe this is the way I was taught by some other people, or when I learned the hard way. Okay, the streets is tough, right? I learned the hard way, right? But hey, you learn and you give, right? And so I learned it, and I'm giving it back to you guys, okay? And that's just the way it is, all right? So I hope you guys understand it. Maybe I really highly recommend, if you don't understand it, watch this video a couple more times so you could grasp what I'm saying, okay? If you have questions, ask questions. I made videos off people's requests. I'll be happy to do it again, okay? So now you guys have a better understanding how this is, how it works. And yeah, KOK-PLAY, because that video that came out, it has broken out, because really is not that video by KBS wasn't it wasn't very bad or negative. What I will show you guys, hold on. Okay. So here, this is the line. Okay, you guys see that line? Now KOK-PLAY did break above the line. I would imagine it's going to retest the line. In the best case situation, it wouldn't retest the line, it'll just go up. But we are in a bear market. I expect Bitcoin to go down past that 25K. All right. Probably sometime this month, next month, right? And so if Bitcoin goes, it's going to drag the other coins with it. Okay, but it did break that line, right? And you can see how price respects the line. You see how it respected all this? And look at here. You have a candle here, you have another candle there, you have a candle around here. When you saw last night's price action, it was struggling in this area to see if it's going to go above or go under the line. You got to, why does trading work this way? In my opinion, because it's all bot trading. Okay, it's all bot trading. All right. And so bots respect. They know what, is set up to beat the everyday trader. Just keep that in mind. But anyway, so it is above. However, yeah, I expect Coke prices to be honest, because you look at just the overall trend. I mean, you're at a downtrend, and the video wasn't negative. It's pretty good, and it wasn't negative in my opinion anyway. So you have a boost up, but I mean, you had a boost here. Okay, boost here, and then you had a nice move up, but at the end, it's pooling. To me, the plunge protection team came in, right? But yeah, so there's that. I did the previous video, I did mention something about Luna. So if you look at the 15-day right here, I said this would be a capitulation candle in the 15-minute chart, okay? And it didn't break that price till about 30 something candles later. 30 plus candles later. So imagine if there were days, and if you saw that video, I told you, yeah, this is gonna be it should be a capitulation candle. You should have a move up, which we did. We had a nice move up, and it'll be a while till we break. It goes under that, and it did eventually go under, but yeah, after 30 something candles later. All right. Really, the overall trend is always stronger than the bigger time frames are always stronger than the smaller time frames. So in the 4-hour chart, you just got to see where this thing closes on the 4-day, because if you look at the 1-day for Luna, I mean, it looks crazy. So, yeah. And that's it. The trend is your friend, okay? The trend is your friend. Here, I kid you not, you guys could go back and check all the videos. And I wasn't just, not only was I telling you when Bitcoin was going to go up, KOK-Coin was going to go up, but I was giving all date, time frames, and probably even price ranges of how high it'll go, because you can figure it out by the trend and just looking at the trend and the candles and the time frame. And so, to be honest, yeah, when Bitcoin goes down, I expect KOK-Coin to get pulled. But that's not the point of this, okay? It's just, I know there's a couple people who want to learn, and I'm not an expert myself, but I've been through the previous bear market, bull market, bear market. I've been around for over 5 years in this probably now, so experience does help. But yeah, KOK-Coin, to me, it looks good. The video, I mean, not bad. So, but I hope you guys could grasp the concepts that I was saying, okay? Once again, I'm not your financial advisor. I'm not telling you what to do. All right? For some of you who are freaked out or something, just, you want to leave. No one's making you stay. Just get rid of your account. KOK-PLAY will be happy to send you your whatever you put in. And go. Do whatever you got to do. No one's making you stay. Go. But for me, I gave you the reasons why I'm staying, why I'm still staked, and why I'll continue to stake more in. Okay? Go through the video game. Understand what you're involved in. And it's not, this concept is just not for the platform. This is just how the world works. Anyway, all right, everyone. Love you guys. Praying for you guys. I am. All right, so yeah, please take good physical care of yourself. Okay, be healthy. Take good spiritual, mental care of yourself. Surround yourself around the right people. And yeah, you know, prepare for more inflation, more food shortages. You know, better safe than sorry. It's just my opinion. Okay, love you guys. Pray for the Ukrainian, Russian citizens. Remember, citizens like you, we don't start wars. Okay, politicians do. So I recommend praying for politicians on all ends that they'll get their act together instead of trying to incite more violence using us as citizens, because that's what they're doing. All right, everyone. Love you guys. Praying for y'all in Jesus' name. And yeah, God bless y'all. Really, God bless y'all. KOK on.